Yes,
Okay.
I can hear you.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Previous two sessions.
Yeah.
No, I'm thinking like how can we get the sessions for the previous two classes?
Previous sessions, I think we already shared the recorded session.
The last two sessions.
One.
Yeah, yes, Murthy.
Okay. Two sessions already. We recorded session.
Okay.
I already shared.
Okay.
Box. That Pavan.
Yeah.
We already have those sessions in the in
The
web. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Then it should be fine.
Yeah.
Chaitanya, we just joined today.
One second. Yeah. Hold on. Yeah, and I know most of the people. I get from a lot of people just saying that they have some they revise some OOPS concepts. Hope because this request is coming from most of the people. That's the reason actually I just wanted to revise uh, those concepts again. So if please let me know because the request is from majority of the people directly. I have to revise. As I can share the recorded videos and you can go ahead with so at the beginning stage only OOPS concepts which are discussing. I think we are discussing about the interfaces right now. Am I right?
Yes.
This is Harsha. Actually, I didn't even listen to that particular class. The demo which we had on Thursday. Apart from that,
Right.
I never had any other class after that.
So for benefit of most of the people, so I'm just revising few things. So it's not elaborated discussion, but I can share. Don't worry. So I can share all the recorded videos to all of you. I hope I already told most of the people saying that you need to share your these so that I can access to them. Right? You can.
Right. Like, the thing is, like, basically those classes are already gone first, and if you like, how would we interact? Basically, like one-on-one. That's what Raja told us. So.
See, actually we thought of having this session, so we already had one session, right? I think one session we already had it. This is the second one. That is what I'm telling, right? So second session for the most new.
We never started off with those concepts. It was the day. That's pretty much it. And we went to this Eclipse console and we never even started off with a program. That's how it is.
Okay, I got it. So guys, tell me. I think Ram, Pratap attended from beginning, right?
I attended from the
Ram, you also too?
Yes, I did attend that. This is my probably 6th or 7th class. But it happened just last week. You said like again from scratch so that other students can pick it up. Probably
Right, guys. I just wanted to go ahead with few things. Will be because for newcomers. Yeah, is that all of you?
I am absolutely fine with that one because I requested Pawan to if there is any schedule I would like.
Okay, great. Let's continue this.
Murthy sir, actually, so in this class, so what are the topics you are going to?
Tirumala, I think maybe that's up to you. So because this is the request coming from most of the students.
Yeah, I can.
Today I will be covering. Yeah, today I will be covering like the beginnings of Eclipse configuration as well as the OOPS concepts also I want to cover today.
Okay.
Up to you can stay because this will 1 or 2 sessions I need to take for this again for the revisions. Then we'll go ahead with that.
Okay. That's fine. No problem.
Yeah. Thank you. 1 second more joining. I think. So the last class actually we ended at this, I guess, right? Right, data types. So how we have data types. So that is fixed. Kindly remember that number. So will not change from version to version. So and then so we need to talk about the different statements in Java. So start with the different operators. Do we discuss about operators, Sriharsha, last class?
Yeah, we also did mention about the control structures, but you never went over it. But all the operators and control structures. Right?
I just wanted to know what was the last topic we discussed. That is what I just.
Okay, control structures.
Okay, control structures. Control in the sense like did we discuss if else?
We didn't actually discuss, but you just mentioned these were the different control structures.
Okay, fine. Let's quickly talk about control statements. This is not new in Java, so definitely if you have any previous programming knowledge like C or C++, this will be in every programming language. Okay. So Java also normally we have a couple of control statements. The control statements purpose is to control the flow of execution. So how do we do that? So for that actually we have if statement. Statement syntax is if condition and statement. So if it is true, the statement will be executed. Otherwise, statement will be executed. Control statement. The condition statement else. The other form of if statement where we check the condition. Check if the condition is true, then this will be executed. If the condition is false, then we'll come to the else part and will be executed. So this is the at any point of time only one statement be executed. And nest statement. So nested statement means we'll have like a couple of else groups. So something like else condition STMT like this. So nest. Okay, next keeps checking all the conditions, not all the conditions at the same time, because if this first condition is true, then it will be executed. If it is false, then it comes to the else part. Again, here again one more if condition. It checks for this. If this is true, this will be executed, and this part will be skipped. If it is, then it comes to this level. Like it comes when it comes to, then the corresponding statement will be executed, and else part will be skipped. So this kind of statement is called next if statement. All these statements are condition-based execution. Loop statements as well. Statements means like I want to execute a set of statements repeatedly. There are statements I have. I want to run those two statements 10 times. How do we do that? For that, actually, we have statement. So one of them is so for loop for x is something like this. For int equal to 1, I is equal to 10, and plus plus. So first one is initialization, and this is condition checking, either increment or decrement. Right? First initialize the value. I value will be taken as 1, and it checks whether this condition is true or not. Definite 1 is less than or equal to 10 is true, and then it enters into the loop. I'm writing the statement like print I, so I will be printed, and again we'll go back to the for statement, and it increases because what is I plus incremented by 1, so increment by 1, and it checks the condition. If it is true, then the statements you in the loop that will be executed like that. The loop will be repeated till it says this condition. When condition is found to be false, then it comes out. So the for loop will be executed. So we have another loop which is while. The will construct the while condition is something like this: while c is equal to 10. Therefore, c and c plus plus. This for while structure. So first it checks the condition. If the condition is true, then it enters into the loop, and the c value will be incremented by 1, and again go back to the while loop and checks the condition. So like that, it repeats. It is while structure. So see, do this is structure. So for d equal to 1, d and d plus here taking while condition d is less than or equal to 10. So this do while structure. In this case, first it enters into the loop, and that's the condition. Condition is true, go back and execute. If then automatically it comes out. Okay. The thing steps will be executed. So this basic control in Java. So we'll try and understand how to write the Java program. So as I told you, Java is a pure object-oriented language. The reason the Java programs always starts with class. C++. C++ object concepts, but it's not a pure object oriented, because you can write in a procedure oriented way also. You can use plus plus programs in a procedure oriented way as object oriented way, but it's a pure oriented. So even to write a simple program, so you need to start with a class. Of syntax of the Java program is yes, public class, write class name here. So now the class name should say capital letter, right? For example, if it is a 2-letter word, you need to write like this, test case. Right? Even though you write a smaller case also, it won't see any error. It's still executed. But you need to follow certain rules, conventions, which is the sun. And also in the same way, whenever if you look at the program, if any starts with a capital letter, then you can immediately recognize that it's a class name. So these are the conventions. Okay, for example, take test case. So like that, you need to define the class name, and when to execute any class, we say main method. In it is also definitely there will be main method, main kind of method. Even here, we method. So the syntax of the main method is something like this: public tick my yeah yes. Syntax of a main. So maybe down the sessions actually you will be knowing about the code significance. I'll explain, but for now, the new to this. So remember this syntax, main method syntax. Okay. So this is called command line arguments. This is the main. This is type, meaning is the main method do not return anything. Why it means public, anyway, I'll tell you later. So this is signature, and when you print something on the console, Java find a class called system.out print, for example, hello world. So this is the statement which we use to print something on the console. Okay. So it's a class because it starts with a capital letter. We can say that. Okay. And system is another variable. So this has a method called println. So for that actually we are supplying this string. Okay. That you need to write your class. And now if you want to execute this class, first of all you need to save this class with the class name. Okay, what is the case dot Java extension? So once you save this class, now run this. So you go to the command, go to that specific folder. First of all, you go to the E, CD7, CD.
We can't see your command prompt.
Oh. Yeah. So now the command prompt. This program. So how do you do that? C .java. So first of all, you need to compile your program. So once you compile the program and the directory, you will find class file. If you get the class file, you can see the program is compiling any issues. So now, how to run this program? So you can program using test case. Is a command to compile the program and Java command to run the program. These are the two which we will be using when you programs on the normal notepad, running those things on the console. Till now?
View is like, but it was asking for the compile. It says like it cannot actually compile the file for some reason. So do the SDK and some kind of
First of all, before running this program, you need to set up Java environment. Set up Java environment means like you need to go to the Java website. You belongs to Oracle Corporation now. This one JDK. So click button and accept. Versions for each of the operating system. So download this one. Be extracted like Java. Normally, it will go into the program file, but level, right? So JDK like this. Bin include JRE like that. So you will see a lot of exe files, these commands. So all these commands will be mostly these two commands, to run the program and Java C as a compiler. Then the command arguments also. So commands are Java home is command line argument and is another one. So new environment variable you need to so if you want to configure this, you go to the start, go to I think you have like Windows 7 environment, then definitely it will also something like this only, but screen feel will be different. So finally, you need to do is go to the my computer properties. Here you need to go to the advanced, and you will find the environment variables here. Click on and give the Java home here and variable name. What is the path? Means path. Tells like this. Your path already set the path. That's the reason you can see here. To set the also, but actually you need to add bin also. So these things which we need to do that once you compilation of the Java.
What are these for? Why do we need to define these two environment variables?
Yeah, you won't define that. You can access those commands here. See, right? Also, if you don't this path, you can access those commands at the command prompt.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Right. Once these two, this is the prerequisites, before running this program. So right. So like that, you can X programs with, maybe about with two biggest numbers like values equal to 12 into b equal to some 30 and b like that. And implement these cluster programs to understand the program. condition is true, then which is bigger? True? Asking like if this condition is true, which is bigger?
B.
B is B is bigger. And if it comes to the else condition, definitely if the condition is false, then only it comes here. Then I A is bigger. This is a program to find out the biggest number between two different numbers. Right? Try for three different numbers.
How to the arguments? I mean, give values. Can you dynamically and
Is it sorry? Who's oh, okay. Just I will tell you. So basically, first we need to use first, because we use through keyboard or dynamically. Definitely we have all these options, but actually we need to go further. Okay, so I will be covering how do we provide these inputs dynamic and also.
okay? Thank you.
Okay, for that actually we need to use the environment, command line arguments. Is there? Right. No, like that. You please try it for the finding out the biggest number among three different numbers. Keep on doing all these kind of simplest programs. Like one more exercise is to find the number between two different numbers. Right. By those two programs. Move on. I told you we have 8 types of different types of data types. For what are types? So in the log the and what but these are different types. Right. For example, whenever you want to convert from one data type to other data type, so for example, int A equal to 12, right? Convert it into float number. How some f equal to, you will be typecast. This is called typecasting. So the value will be stored as 12.0. Right? If I float equal to 12.34, I equal to, if I set to enter value of D, this will store 12. Here the value will be truncated. This is called narrow thing. So this wide thing. So converting from one value to other value by using a simple casting, but to other types like Boolean or notation. So that's we have called object wrappers. Is the where we have the purpose of object wrappers is to convert from data type to other type. Okay, for the data type, we corresponding object wrappers. For int, we have int z. This So which means this is a, but it's a class. Remember, int is not a class, it is a primitive data type. Right? The primitive data type is a corresponding object wrapper class for float. Dull. For this vector, not char. Boolean object wrappers. Wrappers, I already told you to convert from one type to other data type. For example, we have for example, a string 2, 1, 3. This is a string considered as even though in this actually numbers are there, it will not consider as a number. I want to convert into the actual number. So convert is a number. So in that you have to use integer or integer. Part is a method part in class object wrapper which s value as an argument and convert into integer. So this convert a string value into a primitive value. Okay, so that you can convert it to any data type. For example, the same string I want to convert into double value. So for that you need to use the double object wrapper. Double is a method. For that, give it as an argument, so it's convert into a simple value. Now, the same example, we already hard coded these values. Without hard coding these values, to pass values through argument. So this is an argument. How to provide the values through command and arguments. So this is but string array. We depth of bit, but no, the array means a group of memory locations. You can give values through. So this is the so the array reference variable. Using that of 0. So the string value, right? Value. So you give the run the program. Just case dot. This is for compilation. This create test dot class file, right? Now Java test is like this. Command and arguments. So you the input like this, then values will go into this array. So 0 will retrieve this value. Yes of 1 will give this and will give this value. Okay. So now provides like this. So you need to convert into integer value. So what is we say method, right? What is that? Integer. See, you can get 1. So you like this. Now where change? Here change. For example, 12 and 23, which is B. If you is A, this is B. So B here. Right? So I want to display also this value. Now if you enter the A value and B value, so those are the numbers, right? So I'm putting along with this string that actually we can use this plus concatenation symbol. So plus can be used in two different purposes. One, string concatenation. Second is to numerical addition. Both we can use that. Okay, let's try execute this program. So give the program again. The command prompt. The program definitely I need to compile the program again. Test dot java file case is 2. Don't put just so you should B which is 2. 1. Now A value is still 2. You can give the values. This is called provide inputs through command line arguments. Still now? Okay. Let's see. It's not real, practically in a real-time scenario. So we don't write programs on notepads. It takes time, and we cannot remember each and every class of API, SDK. It's very tough to remember. For example, one of the class from Java, integer is one of the class, and with the method parseInt. No, so we can, that's the reason actually we recommend to write programs using IDEs. What in so we have development tools. So actually Eclipse is the more familiar these days. This is a open source, right? We can use that, but we have a lot of other tools which are commercial tools. Like nowadays, most of the people also still using one of the commercial tools, IntelliJ. IntelliJ, not open source, it's a commercial tool which we need to buy license, not use that. Even programs. Of course, Eclipse is open source and free open source. People this tool to write Java programs. So try to use this. Find this Eclipse downloads. So I download this one, Eclipse IDE for Java EE developers. What's a bit, right? 46 MB. So it's nothing but a Java. I mean, it's nothing but a zip file, right? You it, then you will find eclipse.exe file. Just you to click on it. So it prompt you to create the workspace. And then you start creating your projects. Okay, so loaded this tool and let's close this. But these Eclipse tools, the upgrade is you need to have the JDK because JDK installed in your machine, so Eclipse run. Eclipse cannot comes with JDK. So on the top, Eclipse executed. To workspace. Let's
JDK we are using.
Consider. You can latest version. Latest version is the 7. Yeah.
Hello. downloading this Eclipse, we have two versions for 64-bit version and 32-bit version.
Correct.
So how my PC is 64-bit version or 64, 32 or 64?
How do you recognize your operating
Yes.
system
Yeah,
or 32-bit?
Using in Windows actually. Yeah.
Comes with 32-bit version only. So 7, this 32-bit and 64 came into picture. Okay, so Windows 7 users, once you go to the and click on properties, here you know is a 32 version or 64-bit version. Default 32-bit only. That's the reason it doesn't show anything here. If it is a Windows 7, definitely at this place, system place, you can see you can 4-bit.
Okay.
Are pushing something. What is that? Yes. Hello.
In the link where version.
Okay. Because Firefox is not working. So that is a way of identifying the version, Trimla. Is that clear?
Yeah.
Right. And first it will ask you the workspace folder. Just give the location of the folder and click on OK button. That will create the workspace for start creating projects. First, you need to write the Java. Okay. This is now you can start with the new to select. Okay, go where you Java project. Next, select name. Just give Java 1 automatically. So whichever JDK you install, considered automatically. And next, it will be one more folder SRC. Course. Basically, whatever classes you are creating, all classes going to finish button. Yadra.
Trying to open Eclipse, having some error actually. I think you do
What is
have here.
What is that?
EJIT, EJIT could detect where JIT installed.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know why this is?
Error. Once you start the Eclipse, you are getting this.
I click on this Eclipse exe. Okay, so I'm getting the EJIT could not detect where JIT is installed.
Maybe sometimes these kind of issues will come because of some again related incompatibility issues. Okay, I said you have the Windows XP environment definitely, right?
Yes.
Do you install or do you download and install 32-bit version only, right?
Yes.
So then, do you install any Eclipse?
No plugin. I did not install any plugins.
To work. Maybe you can delete that Eclipse and you already have the downloaded version, right? Zip file. Again, you retry, so definitely it should work.
Okay.
If you are not, just I'll connect to your machine and I'll resolve it.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay. So the problem is like this, and now I want to create a class. So just right click and option here. Click on and test like this. Now you have the main method also. If you want to have the main method, check when it create automatically the signature also. So from so like that. Now so what is the statement? System. It's system and dot. Auto can see our attributes in this class. So input dot you print this Eclipse. So no need to remember thing. If you put thing will pop up. So whichever you need. Writing the program Eclipse, and once you complete the program, to run this program again you right click, go to run as, and you need to choose the Java application. So what you can see the output in the down. You are running the program, meaning do the compilation for us. Definitely compiling the program, no program. Okay. So look at that. This created at backup, right? Project is created here. You will find folders. You will find your Java program, and where you will find a bin folder where you will find the class file. So this class file is compiled by the Eclipse. So that is running here. Writing.
If we have used this program, like, do we have to call the class or the Java file? The class Java file. Third-party environment. So the class file or the Java file which was created.
No, again, Suyasha?
Okay, to connect the big data, the object, the market database. I use one of these programs and I'm trying to connect MarkLogic to the like a couple of files. One was the class file and another one was the Java file which is created. So which was supposed to import
Java
file?
Dot. So you can always dot Java file only. Class file will be created.
Hello, Murthy sir. I think I missed something here. Actually, what is that environment variable we have to set up in our computer to run that application? Yes.
Java path.
Okay, you have that Java home.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is need to set up Java.
Okay.
Okay. The variable will already be there. You just put the semicolon. You need to add the bin.
Okay.
Because it's under bin folder.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Right. Uh, so, any questions about the how to use the Eclipse? Anyone?
Is there between Eclipse Juno and Eclipse Indigo? There are 3 different versions.
There are a lot of versions because they keep on adding different enhancements, doing the stuff and keep version. But anyway, the latest version is Juno, and after Juno also I think there's another version is there.
Oh.
You can use any version. Always try to prefer the version, old version. So do any BR kind of versions. Always prefer GA licensed version. Which is
For the Eclipse, we create a package, and as part of the package, we create the Java project, right?
But till now we'll discuss that.
Or because the package Explorer, there's
Explorer. Okay, so if you talk about this Eclipse body pane where you'll be writing the program, okay, Explorer is called a view. This is called perspective. This is perspective, which is Java perspective. If you look at the right side top corner, it's a Java, right? And J2EE is one perspective. If you click on that, see our look will be changed. Let's see all the perspectives. I got a lot of other plugins. That's the reason it is showing different perspectives. You can see the open perspective, right? What you choose here, for example, the screen look and feel will be changed.
How do we install plugins into this? For example, if I have to install XSL
plugins, then go to Help and Eclipse Marketplace.
Okay.
You can find for any plugins you are wishing. What is that?
XSL style sheets.
The XST other plugins. Okay, anyway. Just a set of Eclipse plugins for the development of the model of translation tools. You can try.
Okay.
So get the install, so that you can try. For this, XML Expresso, even another. I think this open source. I don't know. So we can.
Or plugin, how do we install it?
No. You to download the plugins through apps only. Through Obviously, the plugins will come as a like for example, you take Eclipse. I copy it. Go to this plugins. You have this kind of folder in the plugin. Or zip, some kind of folder, something you call that, you will get it. You explicitly down.
Sorry. We have a server, right? You're going to teach us about the JBoss server, right? The plugin, JBoss plugin.
Yeah, it was actually here.
If you get a chance, like when we have a particular topic, please explain about it.
Definitely, we need to discuss about the EJB. In the EJB stuff, definitely we need to use JBoss only.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll tell you that. So
I have a question. So which folder which sharing for the Dropbox box, because starting again. So
create no Yeah, you please send out again all of your drawbacks again. Okay. So because I will create again another folder, backup folder. Actually, I will keep all these recorded videos and projects again. Is it?
That definitely
Yeah.
works.
Yeah.
Murthy sir,
Yeah.
some technical help actually, whom to contact actually, tools and all.
What is
Yes.
it?
No, actually, that's what I'm trying to install this. Actually, I'm getting some error actually. So,
Oh, okay. I'll look into that, Tirumala. Don't worry.
if you have, yeah, is that-
Tirumala,
yeah,
I'll try to connect to you and I'll try to resolve it. Don't worry.
yeah, sure. Yeah, okay.
Right.
Otherwise, I will try to help Tirumala. Yeah,
Something. What is that?
no, if Tirumala help installing the Eclipse or server, no, I'll help on that. Yeah, I will contact you. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
In the Eclipse, it need to have type name, a Java class. So what type name?
Type.
It's empty. The project, and now project, I had a right click and I started adding this class, the Java class.
No. Create
This
project.
is the Java project in the workspace.
Java.
Yes, and in the
Uh,
do I supposed to add the class file to the source folder or to the main from?
Automatically, the class will be added to the source folder only.
You check this box with public static void main at that level actually.
Okay, right. I'm showing again. Right click. Source folder. Don't this. D1 SRC will come here.
Uh-huh.
Whatever you are adding the program, that will come under SRC folder.
Okay.
Okay. And to have the main method, you check this option.
Oh, I don't know. It's not showing up an error for you, but for me it's showing up an error. It's type. Yep.
What type?
No, see this? Type name is empty. I didn't check it, but it still says type name is empty.
Acha, type name is empty means looking for class name.
Oh. Yeah.
Then that will be gone.
Okay. Because the finish button was not getting highlighted, so.
Once you have name only, then that will be enabled.
Okay.
Okay.
Murthy,
Yeah.
yeah, please some like Eclipse shortcuts if any while we are progressing the course.
Speak bit louder.
Please provide like some Eclipse shortcut commands like while we progressing the course, like how to create setters and getters from a class name like that.
Anyway, so that is again explain you how to do that. In the previous the connections definitely.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Yeah.
So, Murthy sir,
Yeah.
I think we did not cover how to pass command line arguments to our main function and access those command line arguments in our program.
How do we pass the values through command arguments from command line? I'll tell you.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll tell you.
No problem. Yeah.
Cool. Okay. We'll continue like that. So without any disturbance, like so if you listen these classes, that would be repeated. Maybe that would be or whatever you think, like of repetition only. Uh,
To which email we need to send the Dropbox details? I was contacted by Pavan. Can I to
Yes.
Okay.
Right. Actually, could you please send where you can install this Eclipse?
Yeah, sure, Tirumala. You should desktop so that I can install.
That's good actually. I think desktop.
Yeah, go to meeting. It's a free meeting. You can share the meeting link from the go to meeting so that we can.
Not really. Desktop.
Yeah.
Are you able?
No. Yes.
Now you got right. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Close this. Close the. Close this.
Push the email address to which to submit the Dropbox detail.
Actually, Murthy will send you email.
Yeah. Tirumala, can you give me the control?
Uh, y- yeah. I think Prabhakar
Yeah.
control. Maybe says okay, Prabhakar approve. Okay. Yeah, approved. Prabhakar.
Yeah.
I actually I don't know from see I'm getting the error actually. I don't know what it is.
Things under the team. Okay. Windows. Team.
Some okay.
Java 7 installed in your local machine.
No,
Files Java.
maybe why not actually. That is long ago. Sorry?
This
Uh-huh.
no problem. Where is the Java? Here the JRE. Okay. Click apply. And yeah, you are executing your programs, right?
Yes.
Uh, now that alert.
Okay.
Me to install the Tomcat or some servers. Really. Tirumala.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to go. Just if you Tomcat, go and you will get other console from here. Give me a second. This is the old.
This is very old.
Otherwise, versions on here.
Yeah, good thing actually. Current install new one.
Google.
Yes. PC. Yes. Eclipse. Windows
Set the
control. Yeah. Eclipse download.
yeah. Like, also me. Tomcat. CAT.
Okay.
You know, first.
Yeah.
You down 2 bit.
Yes.